Hello, and today we're playing the newest update of Graven. Welcome back to Atlanta Living. Where am I? Ben's eyes managed to make out his surroundings. The lumpy counts. He's been sleeping on a table with game controllers, a bunch of snacks, and the smell of pizza. It doesn't take long for the bear to figure out he's at Duke's place. The many nights they spent playing video games are coming back to him in a flash. Then a lot of other flashes. There was snow, and the cold was impossibly harsh. The ambulance sounds are faded, but now they're getting clearer. There were folk asking him questions, and he saw Duke's worried face looking at him, crying, squishing his jacket with so much power that it looked like he was ripping it up. He was holding Jason's guitar case. The bear jerks up from the couch, feeling both his arms. How? You're still one heavy sack of potatoes, you know that? I had to carry you in while I had to carry you in here while you were all loopy and shit. Duke's holding on to his smile, but the tremble in his voice gives away his uneasiness and the near-death scare he had to witness last night. He's looking at Ben while holding on to an envelope. He takes a seat on the couch next to the bear. He's looking around, still confused at the entire situation. Calm down, dude. You're at my place. It's all good. It looks like those nutrients they gave you got you back on your feet again. I ordered pizza. I got us four. I'll just eat one if you're really hungry. I can also order more if you. The bear jumps at the box opposite, rolls the entire pizza with both paws and digs in, smiling. He's looking at the jackal, tears running down his face. He's looking at the jackal, tears running down his face. I'm so sorry, Luke. I'm gonna order more pizzas. The bear checks his pockets and widens his eyes for a second. Looking for this? Dude, Duke has a wallet in his paw, swinging it gently in the air. It's my card. Give for more. We can't eat all of them, you bozo. Whatever. I'm on it. Let me call them again. They'll think we're pretending for one of our gaming marathons again. They'll think we're preparing for one of our gaming marathons again. Duke grabs his phone and calls the pizzeria for more food. Ben's bites become slower as he notices a guitar case leaning on the couch next to him. He turns his eyes away from it, only to look back again, this time checking if it might have gotten scratched during this entire time. The first pizza got eaten as fast as the box was opened, and now, being able to actually make proper sentences, Ben decides to break the silence that had settled once Duke was done with his call. Thanks. It's all good. I called you, didn't I? Yeah, you did. I was pressing buttons on my phone. I didn't even see who I managed to dial. You didn't need to come. Sure I didn't. The doctor said you had a panic attack and fainted because you were hyperventilating. By the way, they asked me at the hospital, and apparently I'm still your emergency contact along with Jason. It's why they let you out with me, even if you were still drugged up real good. You should get that updated if you don't want me around, you know? Shut up. What were you doing there, Ben? With his guitar, alone at his house. Ben's heaving breaths started. Ben's heaving breaths started small, but are now getting heavier. An instant shock for last night's chest scare is hitting him again. At first, it looks like he's going to manage to say what's on his mind, but then he clutches at his chest once again when the first words come out. I was, I wanted, I'm here, but it's okay. I'm here. I don't know what I was doing there. I thought I needed to end it somehow. End it. He wanted to. I don't know what I wanted to do. My head's been a mess since it all happened. I've been more than fucked up ever since he died. To add to your shit, I went and punched you at a supermarket. I'm sorry about that. No, don't apologize. I needed it. You punched me back to reality, but not enough so I could get a damn grip on myself. I'm always free for that, you know? But shit, dude, why didn't you talk to me about all this? We're still friends, aren't we? Of course we are. I've been so stuck in the mud that I couldn't move a step forward no more. I've been so stuck in the mud that I couldn't move a step forward no more. I still feel like I'm stuck. I didn't drink or smoke that night, Ben. This isn't the first time I'm telling you this, but maybe you're gonna listen now. I was sober that day. That truck, it came out of nowhere, I swear. I swerved out of the way, but it still hit us. I still hear the noises. Duke's paws started to twist ever so slightly when recounting those horrible events. Every day when someone honks on the street or even when the phone rings, I get all jumpy, looking around for a car coming my way. I haven't been able to drive since that night, you know? This is gonna sound selfish maybe, but fucking hell, dude. Do you think you were the only one who still has shit going on? Look at my paws. The fucking trembling just remembering everything. He was my friend too, you know, and I'm a shit one. I know I am. You've been trying to help me all this time, but I don't know. I just couldn't see anything else except that I fucked up. All this time, I only saw Jason being disappointed with me, that I let him down somehow. I still think I could have saved him. You think you could have done what? My eyes were constantly on the road, and when that truck came out of the curb, it went straight into our lane. He said he lost control of his truck because that fuckhead was either speeding or he fell asleep at the wheel. Lost control, as if the truck was just made up its mind to. One breath, two. You couldn't have done anything, Ben, but you did. If you hadn't swerved, we would have all been dead. I, it was a reflex. Jason. He just unbuckled at the worst possible time. What did he say to me, Duke? Do you hear what he said? I think I remember, but I want to hear it from you. I don't trust myself right now. You don't remember this one either. That's why you've been so thick-headed. Hey, I turned down the music when you turned around to talk to him. I didn't know those would be his last words to us, or maybe just to you. He said, the words are stuck in the air, waiting to land on the bear's ears, but Duke can't quite get them out of himself. His eyes turn red, his paws crumple the envelope he still has in them, and with a slow breath, he finally lets out Jason's last goodbye. You saved me. Ben's crushing hug comes hard on Duke, who's grabbing onto his friend, both crying and pulling tighter on each other. The sounds of their cries fill the small room. He was my little brother. I miss him, Duke. I fucking miss him so much. I hear him everywhere. I see him everywhere. His green eyes. Duke's green. Duke's grip loosens as he grabs Ben by the shoulders. Wait a second. Green eyes. Jason had yellow eyes. He called me that on the phone. Green eyes. Then you apologized for some random stuff. He also kept saying that at the hospital once you woke up. You thought the meds got you good, and maybe last night you were confused or whatever, but he kept calling me Green Eyes the entire time I was there with you in the emergency room. He grabbed my face trying to stroke it. I didn't know what to make of everything, but now should be a good time for you to tell me who this Green Eyes folk is. Ben's embarrassed face shows nothing less than all the possible shades of red, one after the other. His blurry memories aren't as misty anymore, and he recalls piece by piece what he did the previous night. Some flashes from the ambulance ride to the hospital saying, Green Eyes, you're here. You came for me. You didn't leave me. He's asking himself if all those memories are true. But this time, he has Duke next to him to dispel any more doubts. He got the one folk that was there. Twice. I did say that. I even remember it. Did I say anything else? Yeah, he came for me. That's the one that's stuck with me. I first thought you actually meant me. You actually meant me, but then with all the Green's Eye stuff, I figured it was maybe someone else. Did you actually meet someone? The self-proclaimed forever bachelor finally decided to give it a shot in the real world. I might have met someone. And don't tell me he's got green eyes. Never changed, Duke. They both smile at each other, yet the heavy load of the previous conversation still hangs heavy between them. This is a silent understanding they always had between themselves has never left. They push the conversation forward knowing that the worst is past. So who is it? Do I know him? Nah. He's a guy I met at the Looney Bin. He's messed up like me, well, like us. But I think he's got things just a bit easier. Really? You actually said that? I meant it like, dang it. He's got some really good friends around him, and they're super protective and stuff. And what the fuck am I to you then? This isn't going the way I had. This isn't going the way I had it going in my head. Ben, I love you. But you're a fucking moron sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Megan, what? It was that one time I had mange and it didn't last more than a few days. What's it got there? You've been swinging it around since I woke up. This thing is something the Braziers left on the kitchen table for you. I didn't open it. Once you were at the hospital and sleeping, I went back to the house to check on the damage you did. I saw the envelope when I was going in, then I picked up Jason's guitars you left upstairs. You should open it. You're probably going to drop the blame game on you. They're probably going to drop the blame game on you for something or the other. Ben takes the envelope and slits it open with one claw. Tom's harsh writing is spread across the page. Dear Benjamin, we tried calling you this past week, but you wouldn't pick up. You know it's difficult for us to leave the house when it's cold, so we decided to leave this letter here for you when you come over to apologize. Well, we forgave you. You don't owe us anything. You never did. You took care of our boy and of us too, so it's more like we owe you. We burned Jason's notebook. We think it's best for all of us to remember him how we each see fit. And for why we're not there now, we're visiting our homeland after too long. We're planning on selling the house in Zool. I think you understand. I'll be back once it gets warmer to talk to a real estate agent. You have our number. Call us any time if you feel like talking, son. Your other parents, Tom and Carrie. Dang, what's that about? What do they mean, burn Jason's notebook? Reptile folk tradition. Something about fire being the scaled one's thing. Strength, purity, a bunch of stuff I have no idea about. Listen, Duke, I think we both didn't know who Jason really was. He had a lot more issues than we might have thought he had. That's new. What? No, well, now's not the time for this one, but I need just a little bit more time to process everything. Then we can talk about it next time you come over for a gaming night. And we're going to take you up on that. If you're wondering, I called the repair team for the door you broke. They fixed it already. On your expense, I might add. Thanks. I better use the money that I have now to pay for my dumb ass. I'll get fired soon enough. I doubt they'll let me go back to work after I went missing for, well, more than a month without a word why. The jackal looks at the bear with tons of pity in his eyes. Do you even like rugby anymore? You've been in a slump way before the thing with Jason. I don't know. I guess I don't. It's become a job. I thought it's normal that everyone goes through this mood where you're just not into the thing anymore as it used to be. But it felt more and more like a chore but it felt more and more like a chore that I actively disliked more. But it felt more and more like a chore that I actively disliked doing every day. I like the game. I like the game. I love rugby, but I guess I'm just a big fan rather than a coach or a player. I thought so. You've been useless for a while now. Shut up. Ben playfully punches Duke in the shoulder, then looks for the second pizza he's keep he keeps smelling. This time he picks up just one slice, nibbling on the crust. I really don't know what I'm going to do next. Now that I think about it, all the drinking and stuff, I was really unhappy, but I couldn't see it. One of the worst things is to be un- One of the worst things is to be comfortable, but like just enough so that it doesn't suck. I was really unhappy, but I couldn't see it. One of the worst things is to be comfortable, but like just enough so that it doesn't suck, but never enough that you feel happy. It's a loop you can't get out of because you're always fine. I hear you. It's just fine. And although you know it isn't, you still go on. Pretty much, yeah. Damn, you're making me all weepy again. Burst out, Burst out that guitar and play something for me, bud. Like you used to with Jason. You know, you guys were pretty good. I just did harmonies for him so he could do this thing. But like, I mean it. You weren't half bad, even if you just did harmonies. Huh. Never thought of myself good at guitar. I picked up most of it from Jason anyway. I kind of thought I picked up most of it from Jason anyway. He kind of taught me everything I know. Go on then. So is his legacy. Both of them get quiet both of them get quiet when Duke says that. The finality hits hard, but it's something that both are now determined to get past. The jackal takes a seat on a chair and looks at the bear, waiting for him to grab the case and bring out the guitar. His paw twitches once, then again, before he sets his other paw on top to cover it up. Ben takes a long look at the teal case and puts his paw on it, lingering with his fingers on the latches. He takes a long breath and then he flips them open, revealing a semi-acoustic, top-of-the-line teal-colored guitar. He saved up for close to a year to buy this. He was so protective of it. Nobody, and I mean nobody, could ever touch it. He kept telling folks to step back if they got too close. Then he figured he could just do that with his tail, and that's how he got his fancy pose. He would have been great. He was really damn good at it. Yeah, he was. Come on, play me something. Ben's paws tremble as he picks up the guitar from its case, but steadies them once he takes a few more deep breaths. One breath. Two. What's that in the case? Ben looks in the case again, noticing some sheets of paper with words on them. He picks them up, flipping them on the side where he sees words are written on them. This is a song he wrote. The jackal tries to say something, but his now shaking paws forces him to grab it first. Wait, is it called Nobody's Coming to Save Me? Ben looks at Duke, but this time they both have a smile on their faces. I wonder when he wrote that. Must have been a long time ago. His newer stuff was some sad, sappy stuff, but not as bleak as this. The bear breaks through the lyrics, then puts the seat back in the case. You're not going to tell me what's that about? I don't think I should have read those either. I don't think he meant for that song to ever come out. Snaps always had a thing for keeping to himself, and we didn't even know the half of it. It's barely out of tune. You know, this is the first time I've opened it since I got it. Oh, buddy. There's something I need to tell you before I play this song, though. You're so serious all of a sudden. I love you, Duke. I never said it because I was thick-headed. Bros don't need to say that stuff because we already know it. And other dumb shit like that. I never said it to you or to Jason, but I really do love you. You're a great friend. Meanwhile, I've been nothing but trouble. There are a lot of wrongs I need to right, and I'm gonna start by listening to you. The things you've been going through. I didn't see anything else except my broken self for too long a time. Tell me, Duke. Tell me everything. I'm here for you now. Your big brother's back. It's been almost a month since we've been stalking this place. Are we going to go in already? Yeah. This time feels right. You sure you don't mind coming in with me? Nah, I've always been curious about this nerd stuff. But they basically don't have any girls here, right? They do. And some of them are very spicy. What do you mean? You'll see. Good afternoon. Hello, Jules. The cat clicks her tongue at hearing her name spoken out loud by her presumed enemy. However, her immediate disdain for Ben triggers something else entirely once she flashes out her claws. Well, good afternoon to you too, kitten. Ben leans towards Duke and whispers in his ear. Spicy, huh? Where do you get those beautiful claws sharpened? Do you do them yourself? In a true case of Cat Guy's own tongue, Jules tries to say something back, but ends up softly placing her tail out on the counter, spreading her claws on it. Once she's done displaying her wonderful claws, she finds the right words for the situation, but not before wiggling her ears multiple times. Oh, these? It's absolutely nothing. I do them myself, of course. I don't really let others touch them, I bet. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Duncan. Ha, Duncan. Ben clears his throat, trying to turn the attention to himself. Yes. How can I help both of you lovely gents? Who are you calling gents there? Is the Emperor's kid suddenly into honor and instinct? Hello, Rowan. Hi. The hyena can't mask his genuine surprise at seeing Ben. The quick flick of his tail doesn't go unnoticed, but he contains himself well enough, muttering a half-hearted reply. What are you doing here? I wanted to learn how to play a card game. There's no one upstairs in case you want some privacy for the game, of course. As much as that may have sounded like good intentions, which they partially are, Jules might have other plans as he's eyeing the jackal that's still staring at her. I bought a deck for Honor and Instinct a while ago. Maybe you can teach me. Where is it then? Oh, it's in the guitar case. You started playing again? Upstairs, please. Ben and Rowan get the hint once they see Jules leaning on the counter towards Duke. As they're heading up, the cat doesn't waste any time. You were about to ask me to dinner, I suppose? All Sempted's meals include fish and all kinds of seafood, just so you know. I'll make sure they serve it precisely like you wanted, kitty cat. I'm off work at 8. Rowan and Ben take a seat at a table without saying a word. The bear puts down the guitar case and leans in on the table. He's careful again to check not to scratch it once he unlatches it and takes out his deck. Not like a really good game, so I figured since I know an expert, it will only make sense to come here to learn. I wouldn't say I'm an expert. Shelby said you are. That you could go pro if you wanted to. You talked to Shelby when? I just came by. I just came by to get a gift for someone, not important. Well, I tried going pro. I was in Lundium about a month ago. Actually, a bit sooner because I had some other stuff needed to settle. I burned through most of my savings, really to get there. I crashed out after the 4th round on day 1. Is that what dropped means? You checked up on me? Well, Chubby missing you going, so I figured it wouldn't hurt if I looked at how you're doing. Rowan's tail flicks wide as if it had a will of its own. He puts it down with his paw settling it under one of his legs. I messed up big time. I didn't even get as far as I thought I would. Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of this. But I mean, it's a lot of luck too, right? It's a card game after all. Not like this one. You could compare it to chess. While you don't have all the pieces up front, since you draw cards, you can now make it know. While you don't have all the pieces up front, since you draw cards, you can know what's coming and prepare accordingly. I failed one too many times, and it did get me thinking that maybe, it's a great hobby to It's a great habit. While you don't have all the pieces up front since you draw cards, you can know what's coming and prepare accordingly. I failed one too many times, and it did get me thinking that maybe, it's a great hobby to have rather than anything else. Huh, go figure. What? I kinda just had something similar happen to me a few days ago. What about then? My coaching job. The door to the game room opens and customers come flooding in. I totally forgot. We have a tournament today. Would you like to? Yes. Whatever it is. Yes. Let's go downstairs first. You two. You're coming with us tonight. Duncan here invited me to dinner, and from what I understand, there's a restaurant he knows where the fist is to wonderful. The fist is just exquisite. Whatever nonsense going on between you, it ends today at dinner with fists. Jules takes a long look at Duke, who's mesmerized by the cat's elegant, although slightly exaggerated, features. She says fish a lot, like you with eggs. Maybe we'll get some honey pancakes for dessert then? Har har har. You think you're funny, don't you? I could always go into comedy from what others tell me. You can pick us up at 8, not a moment later. I wouldn't dream of making you wait. Jules, I kinda need to get home first to change and stuff. Use whatever you have here in your locker. This isn't your first date anyway, so you don't need to impress anyone. As for me, I'm always prepared. The cat turns to the smiling jackal. 8. Of course. I'll see you later, Rowan. See you. Both Rowan and Ben stand there awkwardly, not exactly knowing what should come next. Duke puts his paw behind Ben and shoves him lightly towards Rowan. The bear opens up for a big hug and envelops the hyena in a snuggle. Talk soon, Green Eyes. Yes, we will. Blue Eyes. I gotta ask, what was that about? I don't know, dude. You were almost drooling on the counter over that cat. I swear to the fur one, I have never ever felt anything like that in my entire life for someone I have just met. It was like my brain stopped and my heart took over. I know it sounds cheesy as fuck, but I don't know, bro. She's like everything I want. And you thought they don't have girls there? Shut up. Do you know a restaurant with good fish? You lied. I panicked. She said she likes fish, so what was I supposed to say? I have no idea about restaurants because I'm just a big dumb jock. Well, you are that. That's for sure. Shut up. I don't know any either. Two meatheads, peas in a pod. We could just check a fancy one online and choose that one. We have to go there now. Why? We can just make the reservations by phone or online. You don't get it, do you? If I'm right about this, she's going to be my wife. I need to go to that restaurant so that I don't look like a fool, like I've never even been there. Starting off with some slight deceiving, are we? It's not deceiving if I do go now, is it? Cool down, would you? Cool down, would you? You barely met her. Yeah, but when you know, you know. The way she talked, the way she moved. Duke's voice trails off, looking at nothing particular. Don't you like green eyes too? You don't get to say that. Come on, let's find a good place and drive there. Tonight's going to be the beginning of something epic. I can feel it. For the first time in a long time, Duke tries getting into the driver's seat of a car, his paw not twitching in the slightest. You want to drive? Oh, no. I got confused for a second. The jackal looks at his paw, that's now standing still. He's spreading his fingers one by one, curling them, then holding the pose. Maybe next time. Yeah, next time. This is quite fancy. You dine here often, Duncan? The jackal looks just as uncomfortable as his suit is on him. I wouldn't say often, more like never. Although it was just a whisper for Duke for the unnecessary remark, Ben gets rewarded by a foot pressure down on his. Duke's look of true annoyance puts the bear in his place. What was that? Nothing. I'm just rambling. Ben turns to Rowan, who's looking around, the feeling of being out of place a bit too obvious. They also have eggs here. I checked. Rowan's tail starts his usual swaying behind him. Thank you. Where's the waiter? It could be a waitress. Of course. However, it is, in fact, a waiter. The clean-cut white rabbit shows up with a solemn voice and partially forced smile on his face. Good evening. My name is Fabian. I will be your Janara? Coach Stroom. I barely recognize you in that suit. Look who's talking. Are you trying to impersonate the staff here? I actually work here now. Oh, Mr. Forson. Rowan. Hello again, Fabian. You two know each other? Yes, we do. How are your siblings doing? Much better now, thank you. Ahem. The cat taps her claws on the table, getting the jackal's already raised heart rate even higher. This is Jules, and that's Duncan. She's the one that's got you the connection to Daniel. The rabbit takes a small step forward, grabbing her paw from the table, holding it in both of his. She twitched. The rabbit takes a small step forward, grabbing her paw from the table, holding it in both of his. He switches. He switches looks between Rowan and Jules. The rabbit takes a small step forward, grabbing her paw from the table, holding it in both of his. He switches looks between Rowan and Jules. He's keeping a strong face, yet his whiskers are trembling while his eyes are beaming with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you so much. You saved me. Jules looks at the rabbit at a loss for words. Perhaps it's the way he said it because the cat's ears are wiggling, yet nothing's coming out of her mouth. The silence is long enough for everyone to understand the importance of the moment. The rabbit lets go of the cat's paw and he recollects himself to his practiced professional waiter stance. So, what can I get you fine folk today? I can recommend the fish that's fresh from Bisquer. We also have an amazing sterling salad paired with poached eggs. If you'll take a look at our wine menu, you'll also find we have rope. That'll do, champ. I think we can already order now. Of course. So what will it be? I'll be having the fish you recommended, fried or grilled, whichever you prefer. Grilled, please. No tomatoes near it, though. Understood. I'll have what she's saying. No, I have what she's having. I'll have what she's having, since you mentioned it's fresh and all. And for you then, I'll have the sterling salad with the poached eggs. Do you have boiled corn too? It's not on the menu, but I can make it happen. With butter? No, just a boiled corn. I eat it only with salt. Done. And for you, Coach, I know for sure you don't have this, but I want a farmer's feast. The rabbit gives out a chuckle. We don't, but I know how to make it. I'll ask if they'll let me rustle up, or if they can make it as a favor. If they will, well, if that will be all, and a bottle of Grovian. Everyone at the table turns to Duke. What? We should celebrate, right? It's important to make every day count. Each one of them stops for a moment, looking inside, thinking, glimpsing about what was and what could have been. You said it. Bring us the wine, too. Of course. The rabbit rushes back to the kitchen with a big smile still stuck on his face. You know, you don't have to do that to impress me. Any other wine would have been just as good. Aye. Well, it's for everyone. We could all use a little more color in our lives. Purple does have its charm. As the food arrives, the conversations start to go around the table, mixing and casual questions, each folk learning more about the other. The food settles in, and with the delicious Grovian loosening up everyone's tongues, the discussion takes a different turn. Are you okay, Ben? You look like that day at the therapist's office. The bear isn't reacting to Rowan's words. He finally comes to his senses when he feels the hyenas paw on him. I'm good. I was just thinking about some stuff. That kind of stuff, then. Yeah, that kind. It really, but it never really goes away, does it? Unfortunately for us, probably never. Hey, you too. Ben lifts his glass towards Jules and Duke. They all know, but they all follow suit, not exactly knowing what's happening. Thanks for the good evening. Thanks for the great evening. But I think it's coming to a close and I gotta do something. Wanna come with me, Rowan? Yeah, sure. You guys enjoy the rest of the night. You alright, bro? All good. Just gotta settle something. And you guys should continue here in private. Are you implying something? Absolutely nothing. I'll be right back. Ben gets up from the table, heading to where Fabian is waiting in the kitchen door. Coach, you leaving? Yeah, we're off. I want to pay for everything. All of it? And here's something for you. The bear sticks a few bills in the rabbit's front pocket. Everything's getting more expensive nowadays. Just a little something for your sibling, for your good service tonight. Thank you, Coach. It means a lot coming from you. Janara, don't go all soft on me. Never. That's my number one cyclist. If you were a little bigger, I would have gotten you a spot on the rugby team. Nah, too many meatheads there. You got that right. See you around, kid. See you, Coach. It's Ben to you. Then it's Fabian to you. You little rascal, come here. The big bear grabs the rabbit who's chuckling and trying to wriggle himself out of Ben's hold. Is this the type of coaching you usually do? Only with the best of them. Ready to go? Can you call us a taxi, Fabian? I've had a glass of wine and, yeah, I'll get one now. The rabbit goes back into the kitchen, leaving Rowan alone with Ben. So, where do you want to go? You want to visit my farm? That's quite sudden. I mean, sure, why not? It's getting dark, though. Then it's just right. Right for what? The taxi will be here in a few minutes. Thanks, kid. You take care. I expect big things from you. I'm good where I am. A good job, money to pay for food. Life's nice for a change. You should still get on your bike once in a while. Don't let that go. You're a cyclist? Yeah. I heard Tyrannon has that kind of thing. Ha, Tyrannon. Can you imagine, Gennaro? together with those stuck-ups. Never, Coach. The taxi's here. Ben extends a paw towards the rabbit, but Fabian goes ahead and hugs the bear. I want to get in on that too. You're more than welcome. Rowan makes his way into the hug covering Fabian, the rabbit's ears the only part of him now visible. Let's head out then. Wait, wait. Alright, can I'd like to get a picture with you too. Make it quick then. Fabian asks another waiter to make the picture, handing him his worn out phone with a broken screen. I'll be seeing you, Coach. Goodbye, Rowan. Goodbye, Fabian. Enough of this sappy stuff. We'll talk again. Take care. The pair go back to their table where Jules and Duke are sitting comfortably next to each other. We're heading off. All right, talk soon. The West answer gives both Ben and Rowan the hint that leaving is the right choice. See you next time, Jules. If you see Chobi in the next few weeks or the next few days, can you tell him to come to the store for his cards? He hasn't visited in a while. Will do. Bye. As Rowan and Ben leave the restaurant, Ben turns to his truck. He opens the back door and takes out Jason's guitar. I'll leave the truck here. Just gotta get this. Your guitar? I'll explain when we're there. Where to? Monstaff Village. At the barns. The car ride is silent. Ben's fingers keep gripping the handle of the guitar case. But as he looks to his right, he can't help smiling just a little bit at the hyena who's looking out the window admiring the view. He reaches with his other paw, placing it on top of Rowan's, both sitting silently waiting to get to their destination. The evening lights from most farms are on, making the main path through the farms bright enough to walk through. No car sounds, just the rustling leaves and barely a bit of snow anywhere to be seen. Ben, what are we doing here? Don't worry. I'm not kidnapping you. It wouldn't be the worst. Oh, I actually wanted to bring you with me so that one breath, too, so I can finally say goodbye to someone. This guitar is not mine. It belongs to my friend. I sometimes think I'm not here anymore. Mentally, I mean. I've been really distracted for a while now. A lot of other stuff on my mind. Yeah, I know what you mean. My friend died a while ago in a car accident. I'm really sorry. It's fine. But I shouldn't have let that destroy me as much as it did. When we were at the lake, I couldn't make the sound stop. Everything was getting louder, so I thought it best to end the night. I don't know what I was thinking, asking you out so soon after the funeral. I have no idea why I said yes either. I was barely keeping it back. Well, I was barely keeping it together. Heck, I was barely keeping it together. Heck, I'm barely managing now as it is. Heck, cute. Very funny. You're a little more country now, bud. Careful, you might get converted to our heathen ways. They both chuckle at that. The bear grabs the guitar case, looking at it intently. What was your friend's name? Jason. He's only 26. He's my age. Uh, didn't make that connection until now. But you want to hear about it? I kind of owe you the full story. I'd like to hear it if you want to tell me. Alright, we should take a walk then. We should take a walk then. I grew up right on that farm over there. Jason was an immigrant quid. We should take a walk then. I grew up right on that farm over there. Jason was an immigrant kid who moved in. There. We became fast friends and we played all day till sunset. Every single day, cricket, chasing, log rolling, skipping stones, hay bale jumping, you know. All the farm stuff. We were like brothers. Well, about 2 months ago, actually. It's been more than that. We were driving on the highway together with Duke. He was the designated driver because I was really drunk at the time. I was really drunk that time. I also smoked, so I was not okay. That's actually not even as important, but I want you to know the old me too. I don't want to hide anything no more. Anyway, we were driving and I turned the music up because, country folk. I turned around to talk to Jason, but I couldn't see him. I pulled on my seatbelt or something, and then I heard the click from his seatbelt unbuckling, and we were face to face. That's when we all heard the loud honk from a freight truck come right at us. The next, Ben's words drip away into whispers as he starts crying with one paw covering his face. Sorry, I'm fine. Really. I just miss it so damn much. Rowan doesn't wait a second and hugs the bear, holding one of his paws in his. He covers them both with his warm tail, then gives Ben a smile. It's fine. You're fine. I'm such a mess. I thought I could get through telling you everything without breaking down, but I don't have to go. You don't have to go on if you don't want to. No. I want it all out. You can let go if you want. I'm okay now. I'm good right here. Okay then. 1 breath, 2, 3, 4. It all happened in a few seconds. Jesse moved in the middle of the back seat, and when we were hit, he was thrown out of the car through the front window. Both Duke and I had our faces smashed in by the airbags that popped, but Jason was already dead. I saw him from the car and ran to him to get him up, but that's when Duke tackled me to the ground because I wasn't making sense no more. He kept screaming at me not to touch Jason because I couldn't make it worse, but Ben grabs hold of Rowan and squeezes his paw together. I always saw his face looking at me from the ground. His yellow eyes were open but not blinking. I knew he was gone. Duke knew he was gone. But I still couldn't stop myself from trying to get to him, to hold him, to get him to talk to me. Duke pinned me down long enough until the ambulance arrived. Jason was pronounced dead at the scene. Rowan hugs the bear, who's sobbing and shaking, still holding on to the guitar case with one paw. I was so fucking horrible. It was so fucking horrible. I still have nightmares. I still see it all happening in front of me. Sometimes I imagine new scenarios where he's still alive. Other times I see his death from a different fucked up angle. But in all of these imaginations, it's fucking all of them. I am to blame. What? Why? I. You what? You didn't grab him. He took his seatbelt off in the middle of the road. The bear loses his grip on the hyena, but Rowan grabs him tighter, not letting him pull back. I don't want to make light of your friend's passing, but you can't keep telling yourself the story that you're somehow the reason for what happened. As stupid and cliche this will sound, accidents happen, Ben. Ben lets go of it and embraces Rowan, snuggling his snout and the hyena's chest. If you could prevent all of them, you'd be a superhero. And you already are, to me. Ben lifts Rowan up so that he can look at his eyes from the same height. See? You're already strong enough to fit the part. How do you do it? What? You make me feel whole. Understanding facts. You're big and strong, and I can snap you like a twig. Rowan's nose turns red in an instant. Yeah. To me, a whole. But took me a while to get that one. Ben puts out his tongue, giving Rowan's nose a smidge of a lick. I really want to kiss you right now. I'm not stopping you. The bear puts the hyena down. They're both looking at each other, smiling. Ben picks up the guitar case from the ground, and as soon as he takes the first step, Rowan slips his paw into the bear's. They start walking again in the same direction. So I was wondering about are your friends, are your parents home? So you visit since you're here? I don't think they appreciate it. Why not? Scared of breaking a hyena into a bear's den? It's nothing like that. Not out to them. Oh, I'm out. Out with being gay. Out of their house. Out of their lives. They kick you out because you're gay? Nah, that's not it. Then what? They, they're different. I mean, you're their kid no matter what. Doesn't that count for something? Watch. The bear takes out his phone and looks for a number. The name, Falstaff Strum, shows up on the screen. The name, Falstaff Strum, shows up on the screen. Maybe he can't hear it. Wait. Evening, Benjamin. Evening, Falstaff. Do you need something? Maybe he can't hear it. Wait. Evening, Benjamin. Evening, Falstaff. Do you need anything? Was just around the area and thought about seeing how y'all doing. We're doing good. We're about ready to watch some TV. I'll hear you. Well, if that's all, I'll be going now. All right. Right, right. Wow. That was. I actually don't have the proper words for whatever that was. It's always been like that. They cared for me until I was about. Well, they cared for me until I was able to get out on my own. When I got into college at Kazoo Uni, they told me that it's best if I move out to the dorms to be closer to the school. It would have been so much cheaper for me to stay here and commute, but it's their house. So I left. I haven't been back since. Not that I didn't want to. They never invited me back again. What the? What's wrong with them? Nothing. They never wanted a kid in the first place. I'm grateful that they didn't treat me badly or abandon me while I was growing up. But I can't say I ever had a mom or a dad either. Not the biological kind, at least. Their footsteps on the dirt gravel road echo in the evening. I haven't told anyone this except to. It's kind of embarrassing, you know? That I wasn't wanted by my own parents. But that wasn't and isn't your fault. You know that, right? Yeah, yeah. I figured it out that it's got nothing to do with me as a person. It's got everything to do with them as folk. And they're the type that shouldn't have been parents in the first place. I really don't want, I really don't know what to say. There ain't nothing you gotta say. It is what it is. Rowan gets closer to Ben, leaning on the beer soda. You're with me now, though. That I am. The sounds of a car behind them made the pair turn around. Duke steps out of a taxi running around the car to open the door for Jules. Let him go, you ogre. What are you guys doing here? I was given no I was given not one, not two, but three extraordinary skewer fins to take away. I neither know nor care where I am as long as I have fists. Really? You wouldn't be scared of me taking you away in some dark alley? Oh, darling, it's cute you think that. The cat unsees one of her sharp claws to poke at the fist on the sticks he's carrying. A small glimmer signs out from the razor, followed by a giggle and smack of the mouth from the silk fur. Although intimidating, Duke seems to just continue smiling, looking at the cat, lost in his own world. So, where exactly are we anyway? Duke snaps out of his lover's trance, his eyes darting to the guitar case. Duke snaps out of his lover's trance, his eyes darting to the guitar case. I had a feeling that would be a good idea to store up here. How do you know where? How'd you know where? He went, well, he first, how'd you know where? We first met, I had a feeling that it would be a good idea to store up here. How'd you know where? We first went to Jason's, the Bajir's house. There was only one other option left. We got Jules to sit in the car for such a long time. I'm impressed. The cat points at her fist, and everyone giggles at that. I didn't want to dampen your night. It's why I didn't say where I wanted to go. I didn't want to leave you out of it or anything, Duke. It's all good. We're all here now, aren't we? Can someone explain what is actually happening? Let's walk this way. It's not far now. We're here. Almost no snow to speak of. The fireplace has some leftover wood blocks, half burned inside. This is where Jason and I would talk nights away. It's where we used to play our guitars and try to become country legends. The three surrounding Ben look around at all the scrappy ornaments laying around. The makeshift bridge over the small creek looks like it's barely hanging on, yet Ben shows no reluctance stepping on it. He turns around, looking up at the treehouse. We built that a long, long time ago. It took forever to get the boards up. Anyway, I wanted to come here to say the proper goodbye to my friend Jason. How he would have done it, and how his family has always done it. The bear takes out the guitar from its case. Are you going to play us something? I thought about it, but no. I think it's I think his guitar needs to be with him. Keeping it for so long next to me has not let his soul rest as it should. I've been very selfish. But that all changes now. Can you all help me find some wood that isn't wet? Of course. Rowan, can you actually go up in the tree house and see if there's wood there? Jason and I used to stock up when we were here, so maybe the tradition stayed with the new owners. I'll check now. Jason and I Jason and I used to stock up when we were here, so maybe the tradition stayed with the new owners. I'll check now. Lena signals from the treehouse that he has found enough. He grabs them one by one and throws them down to Ben, who catches each one and places it in the fireplace. That's quite lucky. Or it's how it should be. I need to make a phone call. They need to know what I'm about to do. They? Jason's parents. Well, kinda my parents too. Evening, Benjamin. It's morning here. I know it's morning, darling, but it's evening there. I'm at the swamp. What's it doing there so late? I came to say my goodbyes to Jason. The proper way. The proper way, yes. Show us. The bear takes Jason's guitar and takes a long, slow breath. The glimmers from the exquisite guitar give out a sign. Ben looks at his reflection in the guitar, still holding his phone pointed towards himself. Put it down, Benjamin. The bear looks at crocodiles, his tears coming in. Yes. Yeah. It's... Put it in the fire, Benjamin. It's time to go then. One final look, and the guitar greets the flames that are awaiting it. Goodbye, Jason. The guitar starts catching fire, the cords snapping under the heat. Rowan grabs Ben's paw, squeezing it tight. We look to the fire, for in it lives the light that saves us all. To flame we return, as the flame we came. From ash, from breath, from dust. May the scaled one burn away what is lost, and leave behind what must be remembered. For we are all but flickers in the dark. glowing, guiding, gone. Yes, that was the update. I enjoy that. Ben giving a proper goodbye. He's giving a proper goodbye according to his into their customs. Throwing his guitar in the fire and burning it so he could be with him, with his ex, for him to play in the afterlife or whatever's out there after death. That was nice of Ben. I could say that it's kind of like the choices of it's a choice of closer. You're never going to forget him, but it is a nice, respectful way of saying goodbye to your ex. Putting his guitar in the fire so the guitar itself can join him. And I like that he gave his parents a heads up about what he was about to do. So yes, Jude, he's very much in love with Jules, and he paid for the restaurant for her, for them to eat together, and he even helped her out of the cab. So he's going above and beyond to impress her. So he really loves her. And we got to see Fabian at his new job as a waiter. It looks nice. I like Fabian better here in Graven than I do in Light My Way. I mean, he acts totally different in Graven than he does in Light My Way. I mean, in Light My Way, he seems to be a little arrogant, and he's quick to give people nicknames. You know, I had to stop there because of some birds chirping. Anyway, I just like Fabian more in this story than in Light My Way. He's gotten more arrogant. So apparently he must have had a change of heart. He said to Ben that he wasn't basically that there's no way he could be a cyclist in Tyrannon, and then in Light My Way he becomes a cyclist in Tyrannon, so he must have had a change of heart between the years of this story and Light My Way. I believe Light My Way is 4 years in the future after the story. So yeah. He's more meaner in Light My Way. Now he does say a lot of good of the right stuff to the fox in Like My Way. He does call out the fox or his behavior and his just this whole him not getting over Atlas. But so I do like him for not tolerating Lucian's the fox's attitude and just, him not getting over Atlas turning him down. But besides that, I just kind of don't like Fabian and Like My Way. I like him more in this story. Yeah, he's certainly not as nice and Like My Way as he is here, because he was very nice and accommodating with the guests, with Ben, his friends here for the diner. And looks like his ex-boyfriend's parents are leaving and head back to their homeland. So they want to go back to their roots, I guess, and also get away from the place where the son was killed at. So I mean, and I like how trying to figure out his name again. Rowan. I like how Rowan just flat out told Ben that it wasn't his fault, and that his friend got out his seat, unbuckled his seatbelt to kiss him, I guess. But I like that Rowan just flat out tells him that it's not his fault, and that his friend should not have unbuckled his seatbelt, because Ben keeps blaming himself for his friend being dead, but it's your friend's fault. I mean, I don't like having to say that, he's dead, but sometimes being blunt and, just being blunt and honesty can really jog somebody in the head. They can jog somebody in the head in the right direction, just let them know that it's not your fault. Okay, so according to the issue page, there should be one more chapter coming up, and then the story should be over, I guess. So this was a little bit short. Like, I was able to do this in a little over an hour. So, well, when the next update comes out, I'll have a video out on it soon enough. So, hope y'all enjoyed this latest update of Graven. So, thank y'all very much for watching. Bye.